what is it with Dame wanting to challenge Hove to a fight or Jay to a fight? Like, what is what is
He
the
must
is
know
he
Jay-Z can't. He
trolling?
must think Jay-Z can't fight or something. I don't know. I'm pretty sure Jay-Z ain't fighting a long ass time. He been rich a long time. So I mean,
But
Dame
Dame
do
has
it.
been
Dame,
saying
Dame
this
be
for
in
a
the
long
ring boxing. He
time.
was boxing somebody in the ring. I mean, Dame will love a good fight. He like me. I don't care if I lose the fight. I mean, I would stay scared to fight. You know what I'm saying? I remember
You
Dame
ever
had a
saw
pair.
Dame fight somebody?
Yeah, I saw him. He had the boxing gloves on in the ring boxing somebody. I seen Dame with some. He got robbed in Paris before, London somewhere before, right?
Yeah.
And when he got robbed, they hit him in the head with something. He's bleeding, and the sneakers he had on, I think it was Jordans. He had them in a case in the office. I'm like, why you got these sneakers in the case? They had a little bit of blood on them. I got robbed in these Jordans in London, and he put them in a case and was like, he did this shit was like a trophy. You know what I mean, so I mean, see, I remember Dame from when I was younger, man, and saw him do a lot of stuff he didn't have to do for people, man, a lot. Like I'm talking about a lot. Like not just, I ain't just talking about myself, like a lot. But people never got to saw that part of him. They only get to see what they see now. Man, Dame did a lot, bro. I'm talking about go out his way. He'll see something in you don't even see in yourself. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
in the world, and when the world try to play, it'd be funny because people talk about Dame being broke or owe taxes. Dame owed more taxes, probably owed more taxes than people will ever see in their whole life. The owe them kind of taxes, I mean, he was getting a lot of paper. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be a whole bunch of never was. I'd rather be a has been than a never was. To be a lot of never was is talking shit about somebody that was, you know what I mean, a mogul, bona fide. You know what I mean, bona fide mogul. I mean, I'm talking about, I seen it with my own eyes with how they was living. Very crazy. You know what I mean,
Yeah, yeah. Everybody who knows Dame personally say like he tends to see the good in people, so they
dude.
have a different dynamic than what is shown on camera. So I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Let me
Hey,
give you an example, man.
yeah.
Some guy said I robbed him before, right? I didn't do it, but I was embarrassed because I'm locked up again because I had just got locked up for something I didn't do before. So I'm like, I'm just gonna call Dame and see what he said. Hope he ain't mad. I called him like, yo, Dame, boy said I robbed him for $60 at our show, State Property Show. I ain't do it. He's like, oh, he lied on you? What you need me to do? I'm like, I just hope I ain't get in no trouble for this. You know what I mean? I'm on the late. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna come to court for you. When you go to court, the nigga came from New York, got on the stand, my behalf. All I'm like, what the mind you, I didn't expect. Mind you, said Dame, the $100 million Dame with the, the chauffeurs and the big ass yellow dime. I mean, he did that shit for me. I'm looking like, I'm a nigga from the streets. I'm like 22. Wasn't expecting that nigga on the stand for me. He like, yo, listen, if you need a job, whatever, I got a job. He employed, whatever. I mean, trying to get me out of jail. I'm like, the fuck? I couldn't believe it, bro. And for me, that right there was like meant so much to me. You know what I'm saying? Like that I couldn't even put into words. He didn't have to do it. I ain't even asked him to do it. I mean, so that type
Yeah.
shit, like that shit, type shit like that made me. That's my loyalty to that. I mean, so
In a few of his interviews, he said that Jay was having secret meetings behind his back.
I
Was
believe
he
that.
having secret meetings with state property, anything like that, and not telling Dame?
No.
No.
But sometimes people wouldn't tell me because I'm like, I think you could tell by my character. I'm like, got my own mind. So I wouldn't, like, so, but when I say I'm with you 100%. It ain't no, even if we got struggle together till we get back on top, that's cool too. You know what I mean? But I just think Hov was like he a very selfish person. And he a business person. He's like, I would split money when I can just do it on my own and cut everybody off. I mean,
Yeah, it's tough to like find a balance between business and selfish because like when people talk about what Jay's done, it's not that dissimilar to what you see in places like Facebook, like what Mark Zuckerberg did to people, what Jack from Twitter did to people. Like this is common
yeah,
stuff.
yeah. I mean, you
It's
understand
just
it's common for like white people to be in business. This is common. White people and black people got a different type of life, different type of. I mean, as far as business go, you know what I mean. They don't. White people never think about getting killed for business. You know what I'm saying? And a
mm,
person is black. If you right people, right amount of money, you might get killed for business. You know what I'm saying? It's different. You know what I mean? They automatically we go to court. We're here. We're friends. We cool. Everybody not there yet to their mind frame. You know what I'm saying so. Say you cut somebody. Say you was getting millions. Somebody cut you out, and then you ain't getting nothing. That person can have a vendetta. Not saying this is their situation. I'm just saying in general. Somebody can have a vendetta against you. Like you know what I mean, as though you got me. Because it's supposed to be what you want for yourself. You want for your brother to have too. I mean, because we got a different kind of struggle. So
but I just the issue I have is like this is the music business. So I did an interview with The Haven, right? Where I was like trying to people in the comments was killing me, like, you not from the streets. But what I was trying to do is show the business side and show kind of how like once you sign on dotted lines, it's almost like that business stuff goes out the window. And The Haven never signed on a dotted line. Most of his interactions with Jay-Z was street stuff. But I'll
I
like
understand. I understand.
even
I understand both
yeah.
sides, right? But when we say we're a family, we're friends, we're brothers, we come from the mud together, it's a different kind of. You would think it's a different kind of loyalty. I mean, you would think. But so
Yeah.
both arguments is right. You know what I'm saying? If it's just
Mhm.
business, let's keep it just business. Let's not saying we friends. Let's stop saying because somebody might believe it. You know what I mean? That was it. I mean, because the emotions get involved, and of course they say emotions ain't supposed to be inside of business. I understand. I mean, but we raised in the streets, you got a different mentality. Not saying it's the right mentality. It's just a different mentality. I mean,
Is there anything you would have done different, like with the knowledge you know now, when it came to like signing the Rockefeller and all of
no,
that good
no,
stuff?
because at the end of the day, it gave me a chance. And so a lot of stuff that I even get to do today is because of that the name I got from back then. You know what I'm saying? So no, and mind you, a lot talk about a lot of times about the stuff that went wrong, but man, a lot of stuff, most things went right. You know what I mean? Like I don't have no complaints about. Like, I don't care what happened because at the end of the day, imagine getting signed when you're 21. I just turned 21, 19 days prior. I mean, you're 21, you get signed. You from the slums. It's like an amazing, crazy feeling. Now you feel confident about yourself because before that I wasn't really sure of myself, confident about myself. I mean, so I mean, it gave me a whole different type of look at seeing life. Now I feel like I got an opportunity. I feel like I got. I mean, because in the hood you start feeling man, man, you feel like no options. And you start having to do stuff that's out of character. You know what I'm saying to get money and stuff like that. So I mean, when I got signed, it was like I was so happy to have an opportunity to try to do something that I would never trade that in. So I mean that because nothing's gonna go perfect. Even if you go back and change it 1,000 times, it's always gonna be something.